The action takes place in the storeroom of a closed Jiffy Lube in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on January 7th, 2021, at 8:30 a.m. Lights up in an old storeroom of some kind. It's small and dingy, with various boxes and file cabinets lining the walls. There's an old table surrounded by several chairs.
This way, through that door.
I'm not going in there.
Yes, you are.
Alex enters as if shoved into the room. She's wearing gym clothes and an old overcoat that is clearly not hers. Toby and Hash enter immediately after, one on either side of her. They both wear paramilitary clothing and gear, including unconcealed, holstered handguns. They herd her to a chair.
Have a seat, please.
What is this? What is happening?
You're not making any demands. Do you understand?
Please sit down. Our squad leader will be here very soon to ask you a few questions. After that, you're free to go. Promise.
Hash and Toby stay very close to her until she finally sits.
Fine, I'm sitting. Now what is this? You two aren't with the Justice Department.
Not exactly, no. We're members
All you need to know right now is that we're part of the Stop the Steal task force, and you are being...
Are you serious? You can't possibly be serious.
You are being detained for questioning regarding the 2020 election.
Alex tries to stand. Hash pushes her back down.
Oh my God, are you part of the mob that stormed the Congress yesterday?
Hash slams his hand on the table.
A group of patriots rose up to remind everyone that it's we, the people. Got it? It was a protest, that's all. It didn't get violent until Antifa showed up. You saw patriots defending their country and their flag. Yesterday was not January 6th, it was July the 4th. And like 1776, this is just the start. You are on notice, you and all the deep state traitors.
Toby carefully moves Hash aside and returns to Alex.
You'll have to excuse him. He's very passionate about our assignment.
So what? You're gonna play good seditionist, bad seditionist? What is the point of whatever game you're playing?
This is no game.
We're acting on official orders. Can't say from where, that's out of our pay grade. You can take that up with the squad leader.
The election was certified at 3 a.m. this morning. It's done. It's over. The attempted coup failed. You lose. Go home. Whatever you're trying to pull here will only end you in jail.
Yeah, I've had just about enough of your mouth.
Hash starts toward Alex, but Toby holds him back.
Let me see if I understand this. You two, whatever you are, show up at my front door at 8 o'clock in the morning, force me out of my home in 20-degree weather wearing nothing but my gym clothes and this ratty coat you threw on me. Where'd you find this thing? It smells like mothballs and Old Spice.
It was my father's, his way of helping the cause.
You misrepresented who
We did
you
not
are.
misrepresent.
You flashed some badges you got at the dollar store and claimed you were with the Justice Department.
That was for your own safety. We didn't want to have to restrain you.
Oh, well, thank you for your kindness. I guess that's why you're the good seditionist. I don't suppose you have a mask for me, do you?
Huh.
You don't think COVID's real?
Oh, I'm sure the China flu is real, but that's all it is. The flu. You can shove that mask up your ass.
Well, if it was up to you, I'd be bound and gagged, isn't that right? Tell you what, you want to restrain me? Just kick one of my bunions. I'll go down like a sack of potatoes.
You people stole this election from us, and we've had enough. You are going to give us what we need.
Please confirm that your name is Alex Donahue Malzone. Your name is, you go by Alex Malzone. May I call you Alex?
Absolutely not.
See what I did there? I tricked you into admitting that you're Alex Malzone.
I told you that at my front door. You asked if I was Alex Malzone, and I said yes. Now, how can I help you? Do you remember that? It was like all 30 minutes ago.
I don't think you are taking this seriously enough, Madam Judge.
Madam Judge? You load me into the back seat of an oversized pickup truck. Let's be clear, not a subtle truck, not one that will blend, but rather one with truck balls the size of coconuts, blazing red flames painted on the sides, and a vanity plate that says, "To hang low." And then you deliver me to the back room of a Jiffy Lube. No one's even making the slightest attempt to hide their faces, and God knows that's the only reason you mouth breathers would wear a mask. I can't figure out whether you're so delusional that you think this is somehow justified, or maybe you're just a couple of idiots with guns.
It doesn't matter. Either way, you best respect this situation.
Oh yes, how dare I disrespect these August proceedings. This is serious. I've been kidnapped by the Dukes of Hazzard. Call MacGyver.
Hash moves toward Alex. Toby attempts to intervene. They get entangled.
Don't fall for it, Hash. She's just trying to get a rise
Don't
out of
use
you.
my fucking name, you moron.
Right. How will anyone ever find out who To Hang Low is? Now you've blown it.
Hash pushes Toby aside and approaches Alex as he unlatches his pistol holder.
You are the judge of elections for Philadelphia County. Don't try to deny it.
Oh, stop it. You're not going to shoot me. I am a 55-year-old grandmother. My car, purse, and phone all back at the house. 2 minutes after my husband comes home for lunch, he'll be on the phone with the cops reporting me missing. 10 minutes after that, half the cops in Philly will be looking for me. The ring system recorded your faces, which Anderson Cooper will play on his show tonight. Your fancy truck is a 4-wheel drive flare gun, and it's not like we're in a cabin in the middle of the woods. We're in the back room of a Jiffy Lube.
A closed Jiffy Lube.
Oh, well then they'll never find us.
Actually, we're thinking of reopening the shop. Maybe in the spring.
Shut up.
Well, I don't know exactly what you want or how you think you're going to get away with this or why we need to be in this freezing storeroom. I demand
Most of us have been training our entire lives for this. This is it. This is Waco on steroids. Are we going to live free as the founders intended? Or will we be pussy whips like little half-men getting pushed around by deep state bureaucrats? Fake news and Antifa. That is not my country. My country wouldn't allow our borders to be open to murderers and rapists who can come waltzing in as free as they like. And my country sure as hell wouldn't have put no Barack Hussein Obama in the White House, for fuck's sake.
Still have no idea what this has to do with me.
The squad leader will make that clear. Hey, how about keeping an eye out for him? You out there by Bay 3, there's a window. See, he gives a nice view of the street, without being seen.
Sure. You keep a close eye on her. I don't trust her.
I got it. Go ahead. Says he left DC around 5. He should be here anytime.
Hash exits.
You're right about one thing. It's plenty cold in here.
Toby turns on a couple of space heaters, then sits.
Good thing the power's still on. So you watched the fun yesterday? Wasn't that something?
It was one of the worst days in our country's history.
You see, we can agree on that point. Well, with the Vice President of the United States refusing to do his job when he knows this election was rigged, yesterday should have been the day that true Americans reclaimed our country. Said it ended with certifying a rigged election. Shit. Pence is lucky them Patriots didn't get a hold of him.
Which patriot do you mean? Maybe the shirtless one with horns, face paint, and spear? Or maybe the one who propped his feet up on Pelosi's desk? Oh, I know, it was the one who defecated on the floor of the Senate like any true American would.
Sure, make fun. That's what they said when Sam Adams was throwing tea into Boston Harbor.
Sam Adams wasn't even at the tea party. But if he was, he wouldn't have taken a shit on the dock. More importantly, he never tried to overthrow a duly elected government.
This one ain't duly elected. We won't let you overturn the will of the real people.
That is literally exactly what you're trying to do. Let's stop wasting time with pointless debate. What do you want from me?
The squad leader will explain it all.
What's so special about this squad leader? You're not military, right?
No, but he was. Served in Afghanistan. He was in a vehicle that ran over an IED. Killed everyone except him. Still has a piece of the shrapnel in him. Causes him pain every time he takes a step. That's a real hero. He sacrificed a lot. He said more than once that he is prepared to give his life to see this election is not stolen. We all feel that way.
What does that have to do with me?
Okay, look, I shouldn't be saying this, but you are the judge of elections for Philadelphia County. That means you're the one in charge, right?
Wrong.
No, you don't. We have it on good
You
authority.
have no idea how this works. Let's just wait for your leader to show up. Maybe he took civics in high school.
See about that. This situation, it's bigger than us. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm getting hungry.
Toby produces a canteen and pulls some jerky from his pocket.
Care for some jerky? No, how about some water?
Water, please.
Toby hands Alex the water. She takes a drink as he starts eating.
Thank you. So, tell me, if you don't mind, your friend, is Hash his real name?
I already said too much about that, but yeah. His daddy was a short order cook at one of the truck stops out on 95. Guess he wasn't quite right in the head. He named the kids after stuff he liked on the menu. He's got a brother named Ham and a sister named Patty.
Sounds like Daddy had too much on his plate.
I see what you did there.
Figured his parents were hippies and named him after their favorite drug.
No, Hash don't drink or smoke or nothing. He has no use for those who do. I guess his daddy had troubles with the bottle, ended up leaving his family when Hash was still in high school.
Well, that explains a lot about Hash. What about you? We know everyone's name but yours.
You can call me Toby, but not in front of the others.
And how do you find yourself involved with these guys, Toby?
Ain't gonna get into that. Except to say I spent most of my life watching people come to this country, not even able to speak the language, and somehow they get jobs and homes and insurance and all kinds of stuff. And us folk who were born here, who are real Americans, we don't get jack shit. Growing up, school lunch was sometimes the only meal of the day. But then Grandma passed, left this place to Mom. She did the best she could, but nowadays we just can't get above water. She couldn't keep it going, that damn lockdown. Fucking Fauci. What a bunch of bullshit.
These have been weird times.
I promised her I'd get the shop up and running again. And I sure as shit will do whatever it takes. But the thing is, the system is rigged against the regular guy, and these damn lockdowns ain't no one driving anywhere. Don't get the oil changed.
The government's offering money to small businesses just like yours.
Don't want no government handouts. We've got to get everything open back up. Trump understands that. Just like he understands what us little guys are going through.
You think the guy who craps in a golden toilet understands what you're going through?
What's right is what's right. This election was rigged, and these lawyers just need the time to collect all the evidence. Once they do, it'll...
As Toby talks, he takes a bite of jerky, which goes down the wrong way. He starts choking. After a brief moment, he jumps up, pointing at his throat.
Are you okay? Are you choking? Oh, shit!
Toby starts to turn colors as he desperately tries to cough up the jerky. He looks pleadingly at Alex, who is momentarily wide-eyed and frozen. Toby tries to use a chair to give himself the Heimlich maneuver. Alex springs to action. She speaks as she races to Toby, wrapping her arms around his chest.
All right, hold still, for God's sake. Okay, get ready.
Alex performs the Heimlich maneuver. After a few tugs, the piece of jerky flies across the room. Toby staggers away.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Thanks.
Toby looks nervously toward the door.
I'm guessing you'd rather old Hash out there be none the wiser to this? Okay, we'll keep this between us, but you remember, one good turn deserves another, right?
Hash comes charging into the room.
What's going on? Why is she up? Sit down. Toby, what the fuck?
It's fine, it's fine. Nothing. She got cramps sitting there, is all. I let her get up and stretch her legs.
Fine. Look at the app. He just sent word. The squad leader is arriving. Give him what he wants, and you can go.
I won't be able to help you.
We have an assignment, and we will carry it out. Go, let him in. The deadbolt is still locked.
Sure thing.
Toby exits. Hash approaches Alex.
I don't know what happened in here, but you better be careful. You think we're a bunch of clowns playing dress up? You're wrong. We're trained soldiers. You sure as shit better take this more seriously, or there will be consequences. Do you understand me, Judge?
That's not my title. I don't have a title.
Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. I understand that your leader is coming from D.C., which probably means he was one of the rioters that became the first group to invade the U.S. Congress by force since the Brits in 1812. Very impressive.
Hash leans in close to Alex.
We need you in one piece until this election mess is corrected, and if you try to stop us, no one is going to care that you're a woman. Disrespect will be punished.
At ease, soldier. Now where is our guest?
In the back room.
Showtime.
Toby enters, followed by Raleigh, wearing an outfit similar to a military uniform under a winter jacket. He walks with a noticeable limp. Hash springs to attention.
At ease, soldier. So, this must be our judge of elections for Philadelphia County. Your queen for a day. Do you know that, Judge Malzone?
I don't have a title.
Whatever. We have some very important business to attend to, but first things first. You're probably wondering about all this. No one is hiding their faces. No blindfolds, no restraints. It's because this is not an abduction. This is a meeting, and you're here by choice.
Is that right?
Yes, I never lie.
Okay, then meeting adjourned. Good day.
Alex starts to get up. Hash stops her with a hand on her shoulder.
Very good soldier. She's fine.
If I'm here by choice, then I choose to leave now. Better let Hash in on the plan.
There are no secrets here. Alex, can I call you Alex? Every meeting should start with introductions. We're with the Pennsylvania Squad of Reaver's Rebels. I'm Squad Leader Raleigh. I guess you know Hash, and this is Toby. We'll keep last names of it out of it for now. We're a constitutional militia organization, one of seven from around the country on a mission to protect the Constitution for real Americans.
Well, I'll sleep the sleep of angels knowing that you and the Proud Boys and the other vigilantes are on the case. That was a delightful pep rally you had yesterday. How many are dead?
Hey, I share your outrage. Damn Antifa. Terrorists. However, today is a new day. Our meeting has one item on the agenda. Cleaning up the rigged election. We're working on this across multiple venues, in multiple voting districts across the country. Our first step this morning is to ask you a few questions. Just to get things clarified and on the record.
On the record? What record? If I may, please answer my question first, and then I'll answer whatever you like. Deal? Okay. My question is this. Why are you being so brazen? All three of you are complicit in multiple crimes today, and it's not even lunchtime.
We have nothing to hide. We're on a pathway back to when America was great. Sure, it's been a bumpy ride. The state and federal courts won't intervene. State officials won't do anything. Pence chickened out, and the alternate electors were accepted until a few hours ago. Congress certified. Now we're down to Plan Z.
Plan Z?
Members of our network are holding meetings just like this in key voting districts, like in Detroit, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Phoenix, and of course here in Philly.
All urban centers with large communities of color.
Whatever. You said that, not me. We're having meetings with officials in each troubled county. The fruit of these meetings should be adequate to enable a Supreme Court intervention, sending the election to the House where justice will prevail.
You haven't answered my question.
If Plan Z works, then President Trump remains in the White House, having clearly won the election. If this deep state wins and Crooked Joe is to be sworn in, President Trump still has plenty of time to issue some pardons on his way out, and I have it on good authority that he will pardon everyone involved with Stop the Steal, protesters, the lawyers, and the militias. So you see, making ourselves known is it's a kind of insurance. To know us is to pardon us.
You have got to be kidding. I mean, really. Your guy lost, and if you think you can change that, you're delusional, all of you.
Hash glares at Alex as he gently figures his holstered weapon.
Give me a reason. Try to run.
Easy soldier does it. Nobody's getting shot today.
She is.
You know we need her.
She is nerve-wracking.
I don't think he likes me.
Let's move on. I answered you, now it's your turn. What exactly was your role on election day?
Each voting precinct has 5 so-called judges, 3 from one party, 2 from the other. We work together to ensure safe access to the polls, no campaigning or intimidation in the polling stations, stuff like that. The lead judge is called the Judge of Elections, and for this election, that was me.
So, you're in charge of elections for Philadelphia.
Not at all. My role is strictly administrative. We're not judges like in courtrooms. The Commissioner of Elections and the Assistant Commissioner are the ones with the real authority. They run the election in our county, and by the way, they've had police protection since the election. Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, but that's what brought us to you.
Yes, a retired grandmother who helps out with the election a few days every couple of years.
But you're in charge of the people who had access to the ballots, am I right?
Yes,
So this isn't like a full-time thing for you.
not at all.
What do you do the rest of the time?
I sell crafts on Etsy. Any of you boys need a teapot cozy? I make them with cats, dogs, or bunnies. For the likes of you, it'll be cash
What
only.
the fuck?
How quaint. I'm guessing your husband, the patent attorney, keeps you in the Mercedes.
We do just fine.
And what did you do before you started knitting those teapot cozies?
Oh, no, I don't knit them, I sew them. It's a whole different thing.
Whatever. Now, what did
Knitting
you...
and sewing are entirely different. Different tools, materials, techniques. Good luck getting a zigzag stitch if you knit your cozy. And don't even get me started on crocheting.
Enough! Now, I'm a reasonable guy. Let's just be chill, all right? And answer the question. What did you do before you got into the crafting business?
You mean besides raising 2 kids and running a household? I was a CPA. Is that why I'm here?
No, that is not why you are here. We'll get to that, but just one more question. Can you please explain this?
That is a video from one of our security cameras. Those are election workers carrying bags of ballots into the tabulation room.
So, they could be carrying in ballots from dead people, fake people, whatever.
Of course not. There's a rigid double chain of custody process. Every bag, every ballot, always with at least 2 people. Full transparency throughout, from the polling location, throughout the tabulation room, and storage after that. That is why all of your court cases failed. The process works.
Let's cut to the chase. Pennsylvania's results were delayed by days, in part because of your counting. You gave you and your Democrat co-conspirators plenty of time to pad the results for Biden.
Good Lord. Did any of you tough guys take a civics course? Pennsylvania has a law that says mail-in ballots cannot be counted until Election Day. In case you didn't notice, they've got this pandemic going. Maybe you've heard of it. So lots of folks voted via mail. In fact, the most ever. Everyone did the best they could. We tried to get the law overturned before the election so we could start counting early, but Republican state legislators blocked it in a deliberate attempt to create chaos. It took us a few days to count and tabulate. That is it.
But wasn't the last judge of elections busted by the feds for taking bribes?
Yes.
What does that say about you?
You were part of a mob that tried to assassinate the vice president. What does that say about you?
Pence deserves it, the coward.
Oh, you abducted grandma, but Pence is the coward.
Let's get back to the point at hand. Philadelphia has a long history of corruption. You know it, and I know it.
Exactly. Why I ran for judge. No political agenda, just trying to use my CPA skills to give back to the community. Why is that so hard to believe?
All Democrats have an agenda. That's why you're Democrats.
62 lawsuits, all lost. A major federal investigation, state investigations, county investigation, media investigations, and after all of that, not one shred of evidence in any of the voting districts of this so-called Stop the Steal crowd is targeting, all of which I'm sure coincidentally have diverse ethnic communities.
Got nothing to do with race. We have video evidence of your election workers carrying bags of ballots from dead people and illegals. That's why you're here, to admit to it.
In writing.
Raleigh produces a document which he lays on the table.
Your counterparts in those other cities are reviewing and signing similar affidavits.
Alex picks up the document.
I see it's already notarized. How convenient.
Raleigh puts a pen in front of her.
I, Alexis Malzone, do hereby attest that on November 3rd, 2020, I witnessed the following irregularities. Multiple bags containing a total of 14,388 fraudulent ballots brought into the counting room. Blah, blah, blah. Votes cast by undocumented immigrants, deceased voters, duplicate signatures. Numerous other irregularities resulting in a total of 80,556 invalid votes included in the results. It is my recommendation that the results be abandoned, alternate electors, blah, blah. I make these declarations under the penalty of perjury on this, the 7th day of January in the year of our Lord 2021.
Simple and to the point, right? Just sign, and we'll get you back to your house.
Just like that?
Just like that.
And these same so-called meetings are happening, where did you say? Atlanta, Milwaukee, Detroit. You were able to find my counterparts, no problem. And didn't you say Phoenix? A bunch of militia guys knocked on someone's door at 5 in the morning and dragged them off to the back of a closed Pollo Loco?
Don't even worry about that.
No, I don't, but you sure do, right? If your plan falls apart in the other cities, or even a couple of them, then none of this will matter. It'll take more than one fouled up state results to get this election back to the House. You need pretty much all of those states included to even have a chance at this working, and if it doesn't, you're at the mercy of Trump, a disgraced lame duck. Whether I sign this or not, you're going to jail.
No one is taking me to jail.
She's got a point. Maybe we should just...
No, she doesn't, soldier. Forget all that. Just sign the affidavit, Alex. Sign it right now, and you'll be home in time for The Price is Right.
Sure gone to a lot of bother when you could just sign it yourself.
Very clever, but we already checked. Your signature is on file. They can use software to determine the accuracy. We need you to sign.
That's right. Well, I guess I have no choice. One thing, though, I'm just curious. You were there yesterday, right? At the Capitol? You were part of the mob? What was it like? Overwhelming those police officers and vandalizing the halls of Congress?
That violence was Antifa. The MAGA crowd was very well behaved. You saw us. Most of us just filed in and made our displeasure known.
That must have been amazing to be part of that energy in person. Whoop.
She is just stalling for time, okay? Now go ahead.
Come on,
and...
Raleigh, we got a few minutes. What was it like?
Well, sure. I guess for a minute. First thing was, I was part of the group that overpowered the guards and got into the Great Rotunda.
So, you were part of the group that reached the floor of the House?
Yeah, that's right. And things got crazy. There was this guy with a megaphone that was
That's
just
funny,
telling
because
everyone.
I heard this morning that they only breached the floor of the Senate. The House floor remained secure.
House, Senate, whatever.
You're being disrespectful.
Yeah, it's okay, Ash. It's okay. We don't have time for this. I'm sure the squads in the other cities are
There
waiting.
are no other squads.
Okay, now fuck you. You're just calling me a liar.
What's the harm in sharing the status of those other meetings with your squad here? I'm sure you're all using an app of some kind on your phone. Just go ahead and show these boys the messages you've been receiving from the other participants. Hope you boys aren't out on a limb.
Shut up.
What's the harm in checking with the other districts?
Are you gonna fall for her bullshit? We have an assignment, soldier!
And what if I refuse to sign, huh? What then?
We'll dox the shit out of you and your entire family.
Did you say docs?
I will release your name and your address to the whole World Wide Web. That means a lot of angry patriots are gonna see your husband Lyle's work address, your son Lyle Jr.'s address out near Pittsburgh, and of course the address for your daughter Jill, your husband Rajiv, and your 2 granddaughters.
Rajiv, what the fuck?
Wouldn't be hard for them to find in Hershey, would it? You'll be noted as a traitor, just like Pence. But unlike him, you don't have round-the-clock protection. Am I right? Just a matter of time before some patriots serve up justice, especially on that immigrant your daughter married.
So you're saying some brave weekend warrior in his G.I. Joe outfit's going to attack my family? How courageous you all are. Doesn't change the fact that you're going to jail. Of course, it's only Hash and Toby on camera, so really, they're the only ones at risk. Guess that leaves Raleigh in good shape no matter what happens.
Raleigh, I'd like to see the telegram messages from the other sites. Let's see where things stand. If we're the only ones...
I told you we are radio silent until all the affidavits are signed. We've come this far. Soldier, remember, we were told to stand back and stand by until we received our orders. Now we have them. No questions asked. You got it?
Yes, sir, I understand.
I don't know what you're up to. You lied about being at the Capitol, and you're lying right now about the other members of your vigilante network.
What about it, Raleigh? It seems like me and Hash are the only ones on camera.
Hash shoves Toby hard.
We are patriots. Both of you remember who the real enemy is. Antifa, the deep state, George Soros, and all of those others. They're who we're fighting, not each other.
Sorry, it's just, she is the nerve-wrackingest woman I've ever met.
All due respect, Raleigh, but we've never met any other members of Weaver's Rebels.
We're the only members in Pennsylvania, that's why. I met a bunch of them at the rally yesterday. We will all meet up at the next Unite the Right.
Oh, how convenient. Are you really affiliated with the Weaver's Rebels? Prove it. You two, how much do you even know about your squad leader? Ex-military, you say? Honorably discharged? Yeah? You ever see his Purple Heart?
Raleigh angrily pulls his gun and aims it directly at Alex's head.
Nobody questions my integrity or my service, you hear me?
Easy, Raleigh, you heard Hash. She's
I would
real
die! I would die for my country. You're a fucking deep state accountant. What do you know? Yeah, I watched my friends blow up. I've got a piece of fucking Hummer still in me, close to my spine. They can't take it out because they try. Then they might leave me paralyzed or dead. And now I'm supposed to sit back while a bunch of college-educated assholes try to steal my country. Not happening. Got it, bitch? Now sign the fucking paper before we go find your husband and beat him down with a hammer.
I'm sorry about your friends and your injury. I do respect your service to the country, but now you are being misled by a man who thinks that soldiers are suckers. Your fear has blinded you.
I am not afraid of anything. I am pissed off.
Anger's just the emotional exhaust of fear. What are you so afraid of, Raleigh?
Raleigh isn't afraid of anything, and neither am I.
That's good, because you and Toby are the ones on camera.
Last chance. Sign this, or your information will be all over the web.
The sound of police sirens in the background. Quiet at first, but slowly getting louder, closer.
This little party's just about over. Those sirens are for you.
Bullshit. This is Philly. There are sirens every couple of minutes.
Maybe. But what you don't know is I hit the panic button on our alarm system on the way out. It's right next to the front door, goes off silently, and notifies both a private security company and the police. 10-minute response time guaranteed.
She's lying. Soldiers.
Someone sitting at their console would clearly be able to see me leaving with 2 goons, clearly armed, who shoved me into a Dukes of Hazzard General Lee truck. We have a camera aimed at the street. You could read that Vandy license plate on the other side of the state.
That doesn't mean they found us here.
Sirens are getting louder.
Boys, I think we gotta get out of here.
You're not going anywhere.
Toby moves toward the door. Hash punches Toby hard, who falls into a tumble of boxes, unconscious. Raleigh holsters his gun and moves to the door. Hash stands in Raleigh's way.
Tie her hands. We are heading out.
No one is going anywhere.
Get out of my way, soldier.
Raleigh and Hash each have their hands on their guns.
No, if they're coming for us, then we make our stand.
No, we use her as a shield, and we get the hell out of here. The Weavers will...
I'm not running, and I'm sure as hell not hiding behind an old lady.
Hey,
We're not cowards and we're not criminals. We're patriots.
Well, then you stay and fight. Now, out of my way, soldier. That is an order.
I can't do that, sir.
The sirens are now very loud. Alex has to shout to be heard.
I told you he's a liar. He wasn't at the Capitol. That was an excuse so the 2 of you would be the ones at risk. This whole thing has been this guy's fever dream fantasy.
Raleigh turns toward Alex, pulls his weapon and aims it at her. Hash flies at Raleigh and the 2 men go sprawling to the floor, now entangled in a fight. Hash is on top of Raleigh, but Raleigh still has his gun in hand. In the melee, we hear a gunshot.
Ah!
Raleigh pushes Hash off of him. Hash is motionless on the floor in a growing puddle of blood. As Raleigh gets up, Alex crouches in a corner of the room.
Come on now, Madam Judge. You and I are out of here.
The sirens are now getting quieter, moving away.
The sirens. They weren't... You sneaky bitch.
Raleigh, gun still in hand, slowly moves towards Alex.
There aren't any cops coming to save you. There never were. No alarm either, right?
It was, but I couldn't reach it in time.
Well then, seeing as we're confessing and all, you're right. There was no plan Z. At least not yet. I mean, I know a couple of guys in the Weavers Rebels. Served with them, but they don't just let anyone join their squad. You have to earn it. What better way than to produce the only documented evidence of the stolen election? You are that evidence. That sworn affidavit is the smoking gun, and you are going to sign it, one way or another.
I'd rather die than sign on your sedition.
This is no bluff. I don't have time to dox you. Sign right now, or die.
Take that pen and shove it up your ass.
Sign the fucking paper!
No.
As Raleigh aims his gun at Alex, Toby is now conscious with a gun in his hand.
Stand down now, Raleigh. This is over. We're patriots, not murderers.
Raleigh doesn't take his eyes off Alex.
Soldier, you are out of line. Patriotism is doing what needs to be done. Now get out of here. Make sure no one is coming. I'll need a few minutes to sort this out.
Raleigh quickly turns and fires on Toby, but misses. Toby fires back, hits Raleigh clean in the chest. Raleigh goes down, dead. Alex rushes to check Hash's pulse and shakes her head. Toby drops his gun.
I ain't never shot no one before.
I know. You're the good seditionist.
Just so you know, using Hash's crazy truck was his idea. I told him it was stupid. Now look at him.
Sound of sirens getting louder very quickly.
The This is a crowded neighborhood. Lots of folks heard those shots. Those sirens are coming here.
I don't know what to do. I don't want to go to jail. I ain't cut out for it. And Mama was counting on me to get this place up and running again. I'm sorry, Mama. What have I done?
You were fooled by a scared and troubled man. Lots of people were and still are, but you saved my life today, Toby. I'll tell them, don't run. Please, just sit, just wait here with me. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
Toby sits, puts his gun down, puts his head down on the table, and breaks down crying. Alex sits next to him, puts a hand on his back, and gently rubs.
It's gonna be okay.
Sirens get very loud. End of play.